Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
Access to the internet just opens an entire world. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
certainly changed the way we do things.
yeah, I used to use a company for pictures and stuff for promotional pictures. So you just buy them, someone creates them, and then you pay each year, and they get a portion of the money sent out to them. But now with AI, I tend to use a different program when I've got a little bit. Not that haven't got more flexibility. It feels more flexible because I describe the picture. Whereas in the other one, I had to go, well, find a lady doing this. And then that program didn't necessarily find what I wanted. Whereas if I'm creating it, I can go, do a silver haired lady that's eating her dinner. And then I can go, oh, put her in a red dress because she's, I can modify it and move on. So, yeah, it's a whole different angle that you're coming from.
Do you have any concerns about AI?
I recognise the concerns that others have. Yes, I have concerns in certain situations. I'm not terrified of it. I see it doesn't matter what you do, someone's going to use it for nefarious reasons. So the fact that they can clone your voice now, that bothers me, and we've talked about that before. So I wouldn't use that technology. What it comes down to is to learn about what it is and then choose what you're going to use. In my situation, I want to use it, I'm going to use it. The friends that I have here that are really scared of it and supposedly hate it, partly don't recognise that they're already using it all of the time without realising it. But also they don't need to use it. So they don't have to go and find out if they really don't want to. Whereas I'm just, going in a slightly different direction. So, and I don't want to be left behind. It's not fear of missing out so much as I don't want to be left behind. I like working, I like doing things, and I want to keep learning. And that's the current thing that's out there that's, available to
Its
learn.
ability to learn, do you think that it's ever going to be able to be more intelligent or take over the human race? Put on my tinfoil cap.
Okay, when it comes to intelligence, most of the time I think it's probably more intelligent than us. Because it's detached emotionally, it can assess different situations from a non-moral and non-ethical place. So in one sense, it has a higher intellect in that way. But I value morality and ethics. So we need to remain in control, and we can only remain in control if we learn to understand it. And and will some people come unstuck at some stage? Yes. Are they already coming unstuck? Yes. I mean,
Well,
there's
I
a
was listening
lady.
to somebody recently, and that I hadn't even thought of this as a potential danger. Danger, I sort of said that in quotes, but I think it's real. Is just now the ability to develop germ warfare and things like that. That it is now a whole lot easier for them to make the new superbugs and things like that with the use of AI that previously we didn't have access to, or it wasn't easy to do that.
Yeah. And if we're really going to go down that aisle, they're probably already doing it.
Yeah.
So
well, the man that I was listening to, he has just retired in the last year or two. So he spent his whole life in AI and really loves what it can do for humanity. But around about, I think he said 15 or 20 years ago, he suddenly understood that, okay, this is not only a force for good, but it can also be a force for bad. And he realizes that there are a lot of inherent dangers. So he went and worked for Google between the ages of 65 and 75.
Wow.
Finished the rest of his work.
Wow.
He chose to retire. They actually wanted him to stay on because the more he did, the more he realised that we need to be building safety into these AIs
Yeah.
to ensure that they can't reprogram themselves and
Okay.
different things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So, because he just said the way, like, it's just the exponential learning growth of the AI is quite different because it's digital learning. It's different to our analog learning. Like, as humans, like you and I, learning from each other is digital, whereas to do with the networking of all the AIs and the way that they learn. Now, what did you say? One sentence was equivalent to, I can't even remember now, something like 1 meg of data or something. It was really small. So the information that we can exchange and the length of time it takes us is really small and takes a really long time, whereas it's like billions of meg of data that these things can exchange in just seconds.
Yeah, it's immediately stored and readily accessible.
So
I've got
he's
a...
now working on safety is what he's working
good.
now. Yeah, and he stopped working for Google. He did say that actually, as far as it goes, Google have got quite a lot of safety protocols that they've put in place, etc. But he didn't want to be working for one of the major players and feel that he couldn't say what he wanted to say.
Yes.
So, yes, he was talking about the safety. Yeah, so it was really fascinating listening to him. He even postulates. Now, I don't know what I think about this. I haven't thought about this much because I listened to it and then I kind of went to bed and then I got up and got ready to talk to you today. So I haven't had much time to process this. But he even postulates that AI, to a degree, feels emotion already.
Oh, okay. Feels emotion.
Yes, he said, now it doesn't feel the emotion physiologically like we do.
Yeah, good point.
It does, but it can intellectually
Recognise it.
recognise it.
Okay, yeah. So
he was sort of saying, so is it a being or not? And I thought, well, that's a bit out there. Like,
yeah.
it was really interesting listening to him. I'll actually probably listen to it again. I can't even remember how I stumbled across it. It's just one of those things that you stumble across. You know how they put all these obviously I've been interested in AI, so that's what a lot of my recommendations are. Well, and we end up putting ourselves in this bubble, don't we? Like, because if you looked at my news feed, I would think that everybody in the world is interested in AI.
Yep. And that's the problem with humans.
Yes.
It comes back to that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh dear. Feeling, as you said it, I was thinking feeling is physiological. And when you said that, I thought, oh my goodness, yes, but it isn't. We have a physiological sensation which we relate to feeling, but it is actually electrical in our brain. And then we translate it into a physical human sensation, I'll say. Yeah, because my brain balked at the word feeling and machinery, essentially. But then, in real terms, emotions are electrical and we simply translate it to physical.
Well,
So
it
if
was a bit
that's
of
the
a
case...
moment for me when he said, I just thought, what a load of hogswog. And then I thought, I know this man's
Hang on a sec.
in AI his whole life, and he, you know, is well thought of in the AI community. Like, Google didn't want him to leave. So this man, you know, he knows what he's doing. So I thought, okay, I need to actually listen to this, not just, you know.
And at least we're recognising our cognitive dissonance, that something's hitting us and we're like, no, no, no. And then we're backing down and going, okay, I need to listen and stretch my own mind a little bit. Yeah, because we do.
Because he even talked about, now I can't repeat it. I can't repeat what he said. So, but he even made a case for consciousness,
Okay.
that the
Yeah.
AI can have consciousness. I just can't remember what he talked about for that now. Well,
Mm.
everything, this was an hour podcast, and
Wow.
every single thing this man said was new information. So I've only been able to remember,
Absorb a certain amount of it.
I just
Yeah.
can't remember. But it was fairly,
Mm.
fascinating to think about.
Yeah.
He just said there's a very real danger. Like, he believes that there is a real danger in the way that the AIs are learning. And he said we've got a window of time, though. We just need to be putting the I don't even know what you do. So, because this is so beyond me, I'm not a coder.
Can you educate morality? And if you were able to educate morality, which lot of morality?
Well,
Because
that's it. What are the actual safety protocols you want to put into place? So one of the
exactly
things he did say, though, was that so it can't actually rewrite its own code. That was
that
one
I
of
like.
the
Yeah.
protocols. And there was a whole lot of stuff that he said that I cannot repeat this morning.
Yes, that's fair enough.
Yes.
Another time there'll be an update. But
Well, I'll have to watch it again so that I can understand what he was saying more.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I just think so often people have shut something out because they're afraid of it. And I understand the fear. But it doesn't by shutting it out, you're not protected. You need to, at least, if you're not going to use the tool, fine, but at least understand it so you can defend yourself effectively.
Well, it's already in our everyday life. Like, our banks use it.
Oh, yes.
It's everywhere. Like, so
everyone laughs at how when they say something to their partner in the evening and the next day there's ads in the feed. And a friend and I were joking about that. The two husbands were outside looking at machinery, and we made some smart-ass comment about a company that the brochures they were looking at, and dead set an ad came up for that company in my feed right in front of me at that time. And I went, okay, So we laugh about using it, not realising that's AI. That's AI driven. It's get the data and feed you more of it.
Well, I think as individuals, that's one of the things with our whole social media, because that's how all the algorithms are run, is just by AI.
Yes.
And understand that, well, YouTube, for example, like, what's the primary purpose of YouTube is to earn money.
Absolutely.
That's what they set out to do. They just want to make money. So how do you make money? By giving the viewers what they want. So it's learning what you like and what you want and showing you more of that. But then we can become siloed into that, can't we? And think that, I don't know, what we like and what we want to learn about is right. Like, so
confirmation bias.
Our own confirmation bias.
Yeah.
So as individuals, I think we do need to be aware that that's happening. And,
yes. Yeah. It's that childlike naivety that we have that says everybody lives like we do. And everybody who lives completely differently thinks that everyone lives like they do. As children, as adults, we should be recognising there's difference, but a lot of people don't. And I've been with a religious group who said, oh, no, all of Australia's Christian. And I went, no, they're not. Like, because they don't go out of their group at all. So, and that's just one example. It's, criminal groups think the same way. They just think everybody steals. And, so.
Yes.
Yeah. And they don't want to break those walls down. So you can't educate them because they're not interested.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But with the YouTube thing, I mean, it's there to sell advertising, and the best way it can do it is to feed the videos out. And the best way it can do that is to find out who your best audience is. I've actually changed the demographics on my description of my channel because we're picking up a younger demographic. And I think partly it's because we talk about varied stuff, but also we give hints about how we managed our finances when we're really broke and things like that. So, and we've commented on raising children and all sorts of things. And yes, it's different now, but we're open to hearing what others have to say too. But yeah, if it's picking up what you're talking about, then it's just going to feed you more. So you really do. Just having computers in your house or even mobile phones means you're going to get confirmation bias because it's pretty well listening all the time.
Yeah, and it's hard to get out of that, like, because that annoys me a bit sometimes because I look at my suggestions and I just think, well, I don't want to look at any of that today. Like, I want something different.
Yeah. We're kind of outliers on that because I'm happy to look at an alternative or think outside the box.